You have a good Thanksgiving, Mike?
I did, man. Had a lot of turkey, a lot
Yeah.
of yams. I but I mainly crushed the mac and cheese as usual.
Mac and cheese.
Yeah, the green bean casserole.
I watched a little of the Packers game. Didn't think the Packers would come out swinging that hot, but they did. Love had a good game.
He did.
Mm,
He looked phenomenal
yeah.
actually.
Montgomery came back. He had some solid runs, but tough hits, but he did well.
He got a touchdown
Yep.
and did get injured, but came back.
Hmm.
Still looked great.
St. Brown had some good catches. You know.
hmm
Goff had a lot of fumbles or something, but he still came back and
He
got a lot of
brought the
points.
team
You know.
back and threw for over 300
Yeah.
yards and like 3 touchdowns, something like that.
But the Packers took it.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then Cowboys Indians. And
Oh,
Cowboys Commanders. The Cowboys
talk
destroyed.
about a great game. Back and forth.
Was it?
We got none of that. It was all one-sided.
Yeah. Prescott had a good game. CD, Pollard. Yeah, they were lining up. How did Hal have some good yards? Or
I think he got about 300 yards. He had a great fantasy day, just not a good team day for real life. Um, Brian Robinson, he had what about like 9 points, I think, last week as well. So we typically don't like to play our players on Thursday games.
yeah, Hal had 300 yards, one interception.
hmm
But Samuel had 9 catches, 100 yards.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, the best ones of the day was obviously Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb and Tony Pollard. Your boy got some
Yeah,
points
Pollard had
this
some
week.
points. That's good. Yeah.
How much did he get you? Like 20 some?
I don't know. That league is a little different. I think he got me more than that. Yeah, it was probably 27.
Oh, that's right. You
Yeah.
have him in the league with Brent as well,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Oh, I'm pretty sure he put up like 50.
yeah. Yeah, Lamb had a touchdown. Cooks had a touchdown on my bench, and Turpin had a touchdown. Oh, Dowdle had 1 catch for a touchdown. Mm. But yeah, they obviously that was a blowout.
All right.
And then we all knew the Niners were gonna win. CMC was just lighting up at the very beginning.
So this game, I was kind of in and out. I was really fucked up in this game.
Yeah, all right. This was the night game, so
Oh
yeah, it's a
yeah,
whole day.
Thanksgiving
Yeah.
night, day of drinking
Yeah.
and eating. You just want to
31 to
celebrate.
13. Gino was having a rough game. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you're playing against the number one defense. But yeah, they had no problem moving that ball. Ayuk had a good game. Debo looked good. We got our touchdown bonuses on that
We
one.
did. Yeah. Kittle
Uh,
didn't do.
no, we. I didn't want us to cash out, but I mean, it was
Yeah.
looking good for a while.
Ayuk 2 catches, 50 yards, 1 touchdown. Debo 7 catches, 79 yards. McCaffrey 5 catches, 25 yards with 19 carries,
hmm.
114 yards, 2 touchdowns rushed.
What did Purdy throw for?
Birdie 21 of 30, 209 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. So yeah, average.
I mean, he's not a guy that's gonna give it away a
Yeah.
lot. But normally he gets you at least 2 touchdowns, maybe a pick. But yeah, great game.
Dolphins beat the Jets, which I knew it, but a lot of people are like, "Oh, Jets have a tough defense." Tua did throw some interceptions.
I kind of figured the Dolphins were gonna win this game. I did see it being defensive as well because that's all the Jets have right now.
Mm-hmm.
They don't really have an offense. They benched Zach Wilson last week, so it was supposed to be Collins this week start for them. So you just knew that they were just gonna have their way with them.
Mm. Mostert 20 carries, 94 yards, 2 touchdowns. Garrett Wilson 7 catches, 44 yards, 1 touchdown.
It's looking like I'm not gonna have to give up that third round pick after all, huh? For that trade.
Waddle 8 catches, 114 yards. So
I should have played him, but I wasn't gonna play him against the Jets.
Yeah, well, was Wilson? Oh yeah, so they had Boyle throwing for the Jets. Their backup.
Oh, it's Boyle now?
It was Boyle. He had
Okay.
179 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 picks. Tua had 2 picks
I
also.
mean,
So
that's about the best you can do against the Dolphins.
both defenses had good scoring plays.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
they had great nights.
I think they both had pick sixes.
Dolphins got me 33.
Nice.
And I know that in my other league, the Jets got me 18.
Yeah, which is good.
So yeah.
Yeah, but all right. On to today, the 1 o'clocks. Buccaneers Colts.
Woo. I'm really liking the Bucks in this one. I think they're gonna have a bounce back week.
Mm.
They had a pretty bad week last week, and I think they're gonna get things together. Um, it's still questionable with Chris Godwin. We don't know the full details yet, but it is looking like he is gonna start. Um, Mike Evans, he's good to go. Baker, he's good to fire up. Still question mark is Rashad White, the running back for the Buccaneers. But I still see him playing. It's nothing major, and I think by game time he's gonna get the green light to go. And if you do have him, start him. I'm starting him this week over Henry. He's been a great pass catcher. He's been getting the yardage, and they're finally feeding him the ball. Um, on the Colts side of the field, Jonathan Taylor's back. That's about the only player I'd play on that team.
Mm-hmm. It says Gardner Minshew back on track.
Yeah. Listen, I mean he's been solid for them since he's gotten back as playing as a starting quarterback, but you gotta remember this is still a Super Bowl defense that you're playing, and Todd Bowles is gonna have them ready, and they're still playing, you know, from underneath. So I think it's gonna be the Buccaneers on this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Bucks too. Notably, the only thing trending for them right now is says they signed Mr. Beast to a $10 million deal. I'm sure it's just clickbait, so I'm not even gonna talk about
Most
it.
likely.
But if you want to look that up, go look that up. I don't really care, but I like Mr. Beast. But we're talking football, so
So our next game is gonna be the toilet bowl
yeah.
of the week. It's gonna
You
be,
think?
and I never thought I'd be putting the Patriots name in that. Like it just sounds like I'm just being some pissed off fan, just like I hate the Patriots, just too good and blah blah blah. No, it's not the case. It's the Patriots versus the Giants. Both teams just can't get out of their own way this year. One is hurt with injuries. The other one just can't figure themselves out. And the one with the injuries is the Giants.
Yeah.
The ones can't figure them
Still
out
no
is the
Daniel?
Patriots.
Mm.
No, there hasn't been any McDaniel sightings at the at Gillette Stadium yet. I do expect him to sign with the Patriots at some point, whether it's mid-season, at off-season, whatever. We know how that works. Um, Matt Mac Jones was benched again last week.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point,
It says they're starting him this week, though.
they just need to go ahead and bench the guy and keep him there. Because if he's just gonna get benched every game that he's doing bad, then he's gonna basically be like, oh well, I mean, what you gonna do, bench me? I'll be back next week. Just let Zap or someone else try to get something going because you're going nowhere, and they know how to play you. He just doesn't work. It's time for a change. I can't tell you who to start on the Patriots side other than their running back, Stevenson. Other than that, there's no one really else.
So yeah, because I have him. I should start him.
Yeah, in this game, I mean, you've been able to move the ball against the Giants, but it's kind of even hard to even pick a winner in this one. But I'm going to go with the Patriots, the Patriot way on this one.
Although it's trending, though, it said DeVito, that's the quarterback of the Giants,
Yeah,
taking over for
mm-hmm.
David. Is it David yet? Carlson.
And I would definitely start Saquon Barkley this week as well.
Yeah, of course I'm going to start with. Yeah. But it said DeVito got the Rookie of the Week last week. So.
Oh, okay. Well, he's got something to prove.
Apparently he had a good game, yeah.
But yeah, that's what we're going to go with this. The Patriots winning against the Giants. There's only one giant player worth playing. Like we said, Barkley. There's really no one else. No one is really establishing themselves as the top receiver over there. It's still an open ball game for that. And of course, Waller is out for the year.
Yeah. Said DeVito
So
got 18 throws for 246 yards and 3 touchdowns.
that's not bad.
That's really good.
That's not bad at all. We'll see
So
what he can do this week.
notably, it says Slayton got a touchdown. Barkley got 2 thrown touchdowns to him from DeVito. So,
well, that's your man right there.
yeah, that's right. And he had 83 yards rushing. So,
Damn, I only remembered him having 1 touchdown last week, so he had 2.
yeah.
Oof.
Yeah, he did well.
So
yeah, I hate betting on this game. And I see it going either way.
I actually think we're gonna stay away from that game when we do.
Yeah, we're not gonna bet on it because I could see it going either way. So
Yeah.
we'll leave a mark for both.
That'll be our skip one for the FanDuel. All right, next up is
rivalry.
Yes, a division rivalry. The Steelers and the Bengals. Couple things to note this week. Obviously, Joe Burrow is out for the season, so they will be playing with their backup. I don't even know who he is.
Well, he played last week, right?
Yeah, he did decent, but yeah, I don't know his name. I should have looked that up actually. I'm saying this is going to be Steelers ball game right here. Right now, they're playing at a high level. Okay, they don't necessarily have a quarterback that's going to draw you in and say, "Oh, well, this is like Joe Montana out here playing the football." But they got a solid team. It's all defense, run game. You have 2 of the best running backs in that division that are just your 1-2 punch. You got Harris and you got Warren. I traded for him last week, but kept him benched. He put up 30 points on my bench. Yeah, that felt great.
His name is A.J. McCarron.
A.J. McCarron. Whoa. Okay. Yeah.
And the Bengals were on a bye last week, so they didn't even play.
How come I didn't remember that? Maybe I thought he got traded to the Raiders, but okay, that's.
Yeah, Burrow's undergoing wrist surgery. So.
Okay. Yeah, he's done, unfortunately, and that's sad to see because I'm a Joe Burrow fan. And,
yeah, he's kicking.
Yeah.
A.J. McCarron.
He kind of reminds me of the guy from the Home Alone movies.
Oh, I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah, obviously, it does kind of hurt your fantasy standpoint if you have a guy like Jamar Chase. I would still start him though. I mean, because really outside of Boyd and Higgins, Jamar Chase is the guy there. So, and I think AJ McCarron can get him the ball.
No, my bad. It says they promoted him to active roster, but I think the quarterback they're going with, it says he's talking about a guy named Jake Browning.
I don't even know that kid. Must be a rookie.
Yeah, so yeah, I think that's the quarterback they're going with. Yeah, so don't know. Yeah.
Well, if you have any Bengals players,
this game sucks.
You're gonna want to manage expectations because you're going up against the Steelers defense. Okay, so but I think at the end of the day, it's gonna be the Steelers that win this one.
I think I'm going.
It's
Steelers.
that time of year. It's week 12, and they're finding their big groove. And I like Kenny Pickett. He's a good game manager.
Okay.
He's not flashy, but he knows how to get the job done. You should like him. He throws to your boy Deontay Johnson.
But he hasn't been.
That's the one he does throw to.
Yeah, but he hasn't been throwing to him.
Well, he's got a couple things.
The last 2 weeks, he didn't do shit.
No, well, they were tough games.
Yeah, they were tough games. Yeah, I'm not saying it's his fault he didn't throw to Deontay. I'm just saying, and from what I was reading, it looked like there was rumors that Deontay was angry, blah, blah, blah. It's just like, yeah, well, whatever,
Well, from a fantasy perspective, manage expectations on the Bengals players. Joe Mixon, I would still start him and have the confidence that he can put up, 10 to 15 points for you. But just manage it for Jamar Chase. I think that will be his window too. So, at the end of the day because it's not Burrow. We ready for the next one?
Yeah, on to the next one. Yeah. Panthers, Titans.
Ooh. Now see, this is another one that can go either way. Uh, man. I think Vrabel's gonna have his defense ready. It's just really hard to call this one. I think they're gonna force Carolina to pass the ball because Hubbard and Miles Sanders just hasn't been the answer on the ground. I feel like it's gonna be in the air in this one, so.
It all depends on when Henry shows up. And who's their starting quarterback? Titans. Is it still Tannehill?
I believe it's still Tannehill, yeah. I think I want to go with the Titans on this one. Because King Henry is healthy. You got DeAndre Hopkins in that defense. And I really don't see the run game working out for Carolina. Because they're just going to stack that box. And Brock is like, okay.
I think they're going with Will Levi again or Levis here. So yeah, Henry needs to step up. Henry steps up, they can win. But I think I'm going Panthers. Mike.
I'm just going to agree with you on that one.
Yeah.
Because it's tough for me to even call that one.
I'm automatically calling CJ to have a great game.
But for the fantasy perspective, if you have to start Hubbard, go ahead. But I'm pretty sure you can probably find somebody on your bench that's a running back that can get you better points than that, unless you have Dalvin Cook. If you have Dalvin Cook on there, then yeah, go ahead and start Hubbard. Because the only one on Carolina that I would start is Thielen.
Yeah.
And Titans would be across the board. Levi, I would start him. I would start King Henry. I would start DeAndre Hopkins. Like I said, I'm only benching Henry this week because I want Rashad to play. So I go for matchups. All right, our next game, a division rivalry. We have the Jacksonville Jaguars against the Houston Texans. If this was about, I don't know, 6 weeks ago, I would be like, okay, I'm gonna go with Jacksonville on this.
You're right, I know.
Because I was not gonna expect
I never thought,
to be playing this well.
Texans are killing.
I think this one is one that can go either way as well. It's really hard to predict these games. They
both had really good games though last week.
Two have really good offenses right now, and actually the Texans are getting some good news this week. Dameon Pierce is coming back, but I don't believe that's going to change things. For those of you out there who have Devin Singletary in your lineups, keep him in there. I don't see Dameon Pierce taking that role away from Singletary at all. I think they're going to try to get Pierce going early on, but it's just they're going to fall back to Singletary. He's been doing
he's solid, dude.
And he's been putting up points, and the numbers don't lie. Since he's been in the lineup, they've been a completely different team. They're moving the ball.
Yeah, it said Lawrence had 24 throws, 262 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah. Also, a couple things to note on the Houston Texans side is that they have some receivers that are finding their way. Tank Dell.
Yeah, Dell's killing it.
Wow.
Brent has CJ and he has Tank Dell starting.
Yeah, Tank Dell came out of nowhere for me. I'm kind of mad I didn't do my homework on him, but I don't really follow rookies out of college unless it's a name that or that I need to go younger with a certain player. I mean, I think the last time I followed a college player was Christian McCaffrey, and that's only because I knew his father, Ed McCaffrey.
Yeah, last week.
For fantasy-wise.
CJ, 27 throws, 336 yards, 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, but he probably still ended the game with good points.
Yeah.
And then Singletary, 22 carries, 112 yards, 1 touchdown.
Killing it.
Dell, 8 catches, 149 yards, 1 touchdown.
And that's the thing is that in that lineup, you can start Nico Collins, Tank Dell, and you know breathe easy. But the receiver to have right now is Tank Dell. I think he's going to emerge eventually as their number one.
Yeah, for sure.
I think he's that already, but they're
Yeah.
just listing him as the number 2.
And Nico had 7 catches, 65 yards.
Yeah.
Schultz got a touchdown again.
I called that.
Yeah.
Jacksonville. I would start everyone with confidence on that team as well. Trevor Lawrence is having a great season. Travis Etienne.
Yeah,
Start him.
Etienne or whatever.
Yeah. Both Jacksonville wide receivers, Christian Kirk and also Ridley.
He had both the touchdown catches last week. 7 catches, 103 yards, 2 touchdowns. So.
Yep, Ridley is getting his rhythm in too. So, like I said, both sides, if you have those fantasy players on your team, start them with confidence. It's just picking a winner.
Do you think Kirk will have a better game?
You're going to say Houston. I'm still going to say Jags.
All right. Tough matchup.
Yeah.
Do you think Kirk will have a good game? Christian Kirk?
Oh, yeah.
Because he only had 3 catches, 48 yards last week.
They're going to have to get him the ball.
Yeah.
So.
That's for sure.
Our next game?
Yeah, man. On to the next one.
Saints and the Falcons. What is Tyler Heineke still their starter over the Riddler guy? Is he still holding that post?
Tyler Heineke?
Heineke, yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Well,
Let me look it up.
The Saints and the Falcons. It
says Heineke's questionable.
Okay. Well, if he starts, then I would definitely give them a chance against the Saints. But other than that, I would say this is going to be a Saints ball game. They have a better defense. They're going to know how to get to the quarterback. Heineke's going to have to throw all day. They're going to put pressure on defense and shut down the run.
Yeah, it said he exited early with a hamstring injury.
Okay.
That was 2 weeks ago, so he should be.
Oh, he played last week, so yeah, he's good to go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's probably still bothering him. But
I want to say this is the Saints game. I hope no one has to start Derek Carr. I know how injuries have been for you this year, but hopefully there's somebody better on the free wire for you to nab than Derek Carr. But I still see the Saints winning this one. I think Alvin Kamara is going to have a good game.
Yeah, they played Winston last week.
Yeah.
2 catches, 2 picks, 122 yards.
I mean, Winston can ball out. You know,
Hutchinson, though, I think Hutchinson's questionable or he's injured this week. But last week he had 11 catches, 134 yards, 1 touchdown.
Yeah, for fantasy, I would start Chris Olive.
Olave, 94 yards, 1 touchdown, 6 catches, 94 yards, 1 touchdown. That's pretty good. Pretty good. And that was with Winston. Yeah.
So. And of course, Alvin Kamara. You can't forget that name.
Yeah, well, he hasn't been really explosive this year.
What's yours?
Yeah, we haven't really heard him much in the news, at least. But like, oh, look at this play.
I mean, obviously on the Falcons side, you got Drake London, their top receiver. Manage expectations on that. You are facing the Saints secondary, and they know how to play division matchups. And they still have a great defense. But the only one that I would trust in this is Robinson, the running back.
Yeah, is the quarterback's Ritter?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh, he's the one that got benched, yeah.
Oh, he did get benched? So you're saying last week he got benched? Yeah, it says...
No, he was benched a few weeks ago.
Yeah, you're right. They started Hollick. Yeah. He had 8 throws, 55 yards, 1 touchdown. Poor London, he only had 3 catches, 36 yards. Their running back, though, Robinson, 95 yards, 1 touchdown.
See, and that's the thing, is they need to get him the ball.
Yeah.
Like, that's the issue. Get them in the ball, feed it to him. There's a reason why you drafted him.
Mm-hmm.
Because I believe he was a first rounder.
So you're going Falcons?
No, I'm going Saints in this one.
I'm going Saints too.
All day.
Yeah. And then poor Cardinals. LA Rams.
I mean, I wouldn't say poor Cardinals. I mean, they did just get Kyler Murray back, and he is playing at his level. But the Rams are the Rams, man.
Yeah, Cardinals lost to the Texans last week.
But the Rams did get some good news this week. Kyren Williams is returning.
All right.
So you can put him back in your fantasy lineups. Cooper Kupp, good news on his end is he has no injury designation. He should be suiting up to play. As for the Cardinals side, there's no injury designations. Kyler Murray's good to go. James Conner's good to go. The receivers, obviously,
Says Marquise Brown is expected to play.
Yep. So Hollywood is going to be ready. I just see this being the Rams game.
We bet on the Rams last week, though.
Yeah.
They didn't really do that.
Well, I see them as the better team in this one.
Yeah.
I just don't see you being able to hold them back with Kyren Williams coming back and Cooper Kupp. And when Cooper Kupp's not there, Puka Nuka? Nuka Puka?
Yeah, whatever.
Acapulco?
Yeah, the Poker King. Yeah,
it's the Poker
King.
Man, that kind of makes me want to watch some Home Alone,
Yeah,
right? And have some John Candy driving back on the Chicago.
Yeah, man, Christmas music.
It's almost that time of year.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm gonna have to go with the Rams on this one.
Yeah. McVay seems happy about Kyren coming back too.
Oh yeah. They're gonna be able to move the ball smoothly. I mean, Royce Freeman's been doing a decent job with Henderson, but we all know who the real starter was for that team. I think we're good to go on this one. I really don't know how to highlight anybody on Arizona other than James Conner. I just don't see them having a good day. But everybody on the Rams, Kyren Williams, Cooper Kupp, Acapulco, Puka Nuka, Nuka Puka, start him.
Yeah, definitely start him. He's definitely started. They beat the Seahawks last week by 1 point. And that was Matthew Stafford. He threw 1 touchdown, 1 pick, 190 yards. So it's supposed to start from Puka, 70 yards, 1 touchdown.
Yeah, and he was really starting to gobble up those plays because Cooper Kupp went down early. I was actually playing a guy who had Cooper Kupp.
Yeah.
And poor guy, I felt bad for him. He actually lost 3 players in that game against me.
Damn.
Worked out for me because I won. But I felt bad for him. And I actually thought that Cooper might be done for the year. So it is good to see him coming back.
All right.
So.
And one of their running backs, Freeman, 73 yards rushing with 17 carries.
Wow, he's still doing it. Okay. Yeah.
But they had not a bunch of people running, just like a bunch of running plays, But
and this week he'll be back on the practice squad.
Maybe. All right. So, see, this is the game I don't really care about. The Browns fucking. I know there's a lot of Browns fans out there. They have a big following.
And the Broncos.
Yeah, don't really care about this game.
Man, and the thing is you like to say, hey, the Broncos are going to take this one because, Deshaun Watson is not starting right now. He's hurt. He's out for the year. It's this.
It says rehab begins,
Yeah, so it's their backup quarterback in, not P.J. Walker like I said last week. It was another guy, Donovan. Forgot his name. But anyways.
What, the quarterback?
Yeah.
Okay, hang on. Go on. What about Donovan?
But anyways, they still did decent moving the ball. But their defense.
They call him DTR.
Yeah, DTR.
Donovan Thomas Robinson, 165 yards, 1 pick.
So. Yeah. That's pretty much can happen in this game as well.
Mm-hmm.
The Broncos defense has been showing up. Russell Wilson is playing better each week. He has been showing up as the old Russell Wilson as of late. Javonte Williams, he's been playing good. And across the board, Jerry Judy, uh, what's his name? Sutton, he's been
Oh, you're
doing
on the
great.
Broncos.
Yeah, Cortland Sutton. As for the Cleveland Browns, there's really no one to really highlight on that
Yeah, I
side
didn't see shit.
other than Jerome Ford and Kareem Hunt.
Well, E Moore or whatever, he
Yeah.
had an okay game. That's
And
good.
with obviously Deshaun Watson going down, that's going to hurt projections for Cooper, for Amari Cooper, and for Elijah Moore, which I sometimes forget that he was there. One thing to note though, I missed this during the trades, but Donovan Peoples-Jones was actually traded from the Browns to the Seahawks. I didn't know
Oh.
that. So, no, to the Lions. I'm sorry, to the Lions.
So Russell Wilson last week 27 throws, 259 yards, 1 touchdown. So that's not bad.
I don't think he's gonna have a lot of passing yards against the Browns. They're still playing like a playoff defense.
They had no running game last week, dude.
Yeah.
Their running game got shut down.
The Broncos.
Yeah.
It's
They
gonna
were
get
playing
shut down
Minnesota,
again.
and they were just destroyed.
And that's what it's gonna come down to is if Cleveland's defense is doing what it is. They're good.
I'm definitely
at
starting the defense. So.
Yeah, they're definitely good at putting their offense in a good position on the field.
I'm gonna go Browns.
You gonna go Browns?
Yeah.
You know what? I'm feeling froggy too.
Yeah.
Let's go Browns against the Broncos. I feel that
too.
I don't think they even need a quarterback. What's those?
Well, if they can get a bunch of turnovers on Russell, which he's been known to do, I think they could definitely.
And if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen in this game.
Yeah, for sure.
Because really, like the Cleveland Browns, no matter what quarterback they've been facing against, they make them look ridiculous back there because they have to run all day.
Mm-hmm.
So, and they've been doing good getting past some of the best offensive lines in the league as well. So, yeah, don't doubt them. We're going to go Browns.
This is a tough game.
Whew.
It's going to be a tough one for both teams.
The Buffalo Bills and the Eagles are next. Ooh. Wow. Both teams have been kind of struggling with their defense as of late. I would still say Buffalo's defense is a little better than Philly. But man, you got some weapons on both sides. We'll start with the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
Obviously, on both sides, you're gonna start any players that you have, top players on each team, and I'm gonna go through that right now. Josh Allen, obviously James Cook. You're gonna want to start him as well. Stephon Diggs, I would definitely start him. For those of you looking for a flex, I think Shakir could be there, but I would only use that in a desperation move.
Well, Shakir he only had 3 catches.
Yeah.
115 yards, 1 touchdown.
He was the only playmaker last week.
Exactly.
He was the only one that could get something going. But the thing is you have to understand, like he's gonna have boom or bust weeks. So if you need to use him as a flex, manage.
If you look at Diggs, though, 4 catches, 27 yards, no touchdowns.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And even last week, I had AJ Brown from the Eagles, and I was expecting him to blow up, and I got 1 reception.
Yeah, he had a rough
3
game.
targets.
And I think Devonta is still looking at an injury.
Yeah, and I thought maybe he got injured, but no.
No,
he just couldn't get the ball to him. Obviously on the Eagles side.
No, back to the Bills. Cook last week, 7 carries, 73 yards, with 3 catches, 29 yards, and a touchdown.
And that's what you want to see from James Cook.
Yeah. Murray had 10 carries, 35 yards, nothing there. And like I said, poor Diggs. Kincaid, a respectable 6 catches, 46 yards. Yeah, so, I mean.
Yeah, he's finally emerging as their number 1 tight end. I know in recent years it's been, Dawson Knox and Kincaid back and forth, but I think they're finally realizing who their number 1 tight end is. He can make plays all over the field for Josh Allen.
So yeah, Eagles last week they beat the Chiefs.
Mm-hmm.
Hurts had a slow game, 150 yards, 1 pick.
I know Swift had a great game.
6 catches, 99 yards. So that's pretty good.
Yeah. He had what, like 1 or 2 touchdowns?
No touchdowns.
I thought he had a touchdown against them.
Nope, 6 catches, 99 yards. So he didn't hit his bonus and he didn't get a TD. But AJ Brown, 1 catch, 8 yards.
Yeah, that hurt me.
Yeah.
I lost because of that.
Mm.
But yeah, I would start everyone from Jalen Hurts.
And again, they were playing against Kansas City.
AJ Brown.
That's a tough team.
Yeah. AJ Brown. He had an off week last week. Don't let that scare you off. He's a number 1 receiver. I would start him against anybody. Anybody. I'm not worried. Obviously Dallas Goedert's out. But as for their running backs, Swift is their go-to guy. He is their clear number 1. I don't see that changing.
Yeah, he had a respectable game. It says, not a final injury report, but he's still labeled. Friday they labeled him as an injury, but expected to play.
Yeah, he's gonna suit up.
But if it's a knee injury, though, he might get a target.
But if you were to miss some time, and if he's still out there on your waiver wire, get Kenneth Gainwell.
Oh, Gainwell, yeah, that's an okay pickup.
Yeah. But yeah, I would start players if you had them on each side. Start them with confidence. This is going to be a shootout game.
Well, it says that the Eagles, they had limited practice for A.J. Brown and DeAndre Swift. So, I don't know, maybe they're just resting them.
Yeah.
Getting ready for the game.
Yep.
But
it's going to be a big game.
Yeah. So, who do you got? I'm going Philly. God, I hate rooting for the Birds.
I'm going to go Philly as well.
All right. Sorry, Alan. Womp womp.
Yeah, I think they're going to have a bounce back.
Yeah. All right. Couple more. Chiefs
and the Raiders. Man, I wish I could say that this is going to be your classic rivalry, and it could, but it's a little different if you have a backup in who is it's his 3rd week starting, and you're going up against one of the number 1 teams in the AFC right now, the Kansas City Chiefs. It's going to be a tough game. I mean, not only are they good at the offensive, but defensive side of the ball as well. And they don't make many mistakes. And if you make those, they're going to cash in. I'm going to roll with the Chiefs on this one. Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, they're getting the job done. Pacquiao, he comes
Pacheco?
in. Yeah, Pacheco.
19 carries, 89 yards last game.
I said Pacquiao.
Yeah, with 1 catch, 2 yards. So, yeah. I mean, he was definitely a playmaker because Mahomes last week, 177 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. They were shutting down Kelsey. Oh, but Kelsey did get a touchdown, though. So 7 catches, 44 yards, 1 touchdown. So, yeah, it looks like he was throwing the ball a lot, but nobody could really get much feet on the board.
Right. I think the Raiders, they're going to have to go old school if they want to try to win this game, and that's ground and pound. And try to rely on their defense. I just don't see that offense moving the ball as much other than the ground. I just see Devontae Adams
touchdown. He usually gets a touchdown every
week. I just think he might have a long day.
Do you think he's going to get a TD though?
If they get within the red zone.
Yeah, they lost to the Dolphins.
He can make anything happen. It's still Devontae
They had a bye.
Adams.
It looks like so they played the Dolphins a couple weeks ago. They started quarterback O'Connell. Mm-hmm. He had 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions, but about 270 yards. And Devontae, 7 catches, 82 yards, 1 touchdown. So
yeah, he's still in the ball. He can play with anybody. But yeah, I'm gonna roll with the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah,
on this one.
I hate rooting for the Chiefs, but
I don't mind it.
Yeah, I'm sure you don't. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna see real quick on the Raiders. It says Crosby has a real chance to play, so they're... Oops. Here we go.
Oops, edit that one out.
There we go. Yeah, it says Crosby has a real chance to play, so I guess he got hurt a couple weeks ago. Maybe he had a bye, so he was recovering or whatever, but nothing else really...
One more thing to note, for those of you who have Josh Jacobs, for the Raiders.
Yeah, Raiders.
Feel confident. They're definitely going to be handing him the ball, but just Just don't expect a big day. Kansas City does have a good defense. But if anyone's going to score the first touchdown, it's going to be Josh Jacobs.
Yeah, he had a rough game. It was 14 carries, 39 yards, and one catch, 12 yards. So,
Yeah, it makes a big difference.
Yeah, that's definitely going to hurt you. This is going to be a good game, though. The next one, the prime time. That's the... Wait. Which one? That might be the Monday game. I think that's the Monday game, yeah.
And the
So,
Vikings.
yeah, the Chiefs-Raiders is the prime time. That's tonight.
Yeah.
And so, the Bears-Vikings, that's the Monday game.
Yeah, another division game. Obviously Justin Fields came back. The Vikings are still missing Justin Jefferson. They're saying that he is not likely to play on Monday.
Yeah. Tell your boy Matt that.
For those of you out there who has been crossing your fingers to play him,
yesterday it said questionable.
Go ahead and just hopefully you have somebody else to put in his place to hang on for another week. I can see him coming back next week. They're probably just playing it safe and they're not gonna risk playing him. Yeah, it works out for me in fantasy wise this week because I'm playing Matt. Thank God. So that's one less guy to worry about.
Bears were on a bye, but they lost to the Lions. Wait, were they on a bye?
But the thing is, though, is that in this game, I still see it being the Vikings. I really like what Joshua Dobbs has been doing with the Vikings. Since he came from the Cardinals in that trade to the Vikings, he's been on fire.
Real quick, last week Fields had 169 yards, one touchdown, but 100 yards, over 100 yards rushing.
Yeah.
And then DJ Moore, he threw to him 7 times for 96 yards and a touchdown. So that's pretty good.
Yeah, it is good.
And that was coming off an injury, so hopefully this week will be more into the groove.
It's just that that Vikings defense is still something that can be menacing, and it's another divisional game, so they know how to play them. I just see it being the Vikings on this one. I do recognize Justin Fields back, and DJ Moore is dangerous back there. It's just that I just don't see it being enough to take down the Vikings on this one. I think Joshua Dobbs is going to stay hot to trot. And
they lost by 1 point to the Broncos, which they won at the very end. It was a crazy game. He had 220 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. And Hodgkinson only had 4 catches, 55 yards. I think he got hurt that game.
I will say that I do believe that Justin Fields will have the most rushing yards for.
For sure. That's a solid choice.
Yeah. So
for your parlays, yes, he's gonna get 50 yards rushing.
Yes, you heard it here, folks. Go with that one. But yeah, I'm gonna have to roll with the Vikings on this one. I feel confident that they're gonna get the job done.
It says they continue to mold status of Jefferson. Yeah, I wouldn't trust it. So.
No, I wouldn't.
Unless you have to, then.
Obviously, if you would ask me this on Wednesday, it's yeah, he's gonna play. I mean, all signs are pointing that way.
Yeah.
Yada yada.
I think it's a smart move because they're on a bye next week, right?
Yeah. Let him rest this week and rest during the bye and bring him out and see what you got. There's no real reason to bring him back this early if you don't have to. Let him.
But is that a division game? It is. Yeah,
it
is an important game for them. But hopefully they think their defense can stop Fields. But I don't know. I don't know who to pick, man. I like Dobbs winning, but I like Fields winning. I think I'm going Bears. I'm going Bears, yeah.
All right. It's official.
I know.
It's going Bears.
I don't know why I'm doing it, but I'm doing it.
I'm just really liking Dobbs and that offensive system. Yeah. I just see it working.
All right.
All right. Well, that's our picks this week. I hope everyone has a great fantasy week. Hope we helped you out the past few weeks. And
hopefully our picks will be better than last week. But.
Yeah. We hit a couple last week.
We did, yeah. We're going to do more guaranteed touchdown bets. That's what we're going to do right now.
Didn't we hit the all touchdown one last week?
No, remember, because Kittle didn't get his one.
No,
the one before that, we won money. Yeah, we won.
We got the CD Lamb. We got what it was.
I think it was CMC again. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Keenan Allen.
Yeah, we got that one. Yeah.
Singletary.
Yeah, well, that's probably why the payout was so high, is because we threw Singletary. We might throw him in again. Yeah. Who's he playing?
Let's take a look at this.
He's playing, yeah.
Ooh, you know
That's a
what?
tough one.
We might have to say yes.
Yeah, we'll
I
see how
think
it
he
goes.
can get it. I mean, even with Damian Pierce coming back, like I
Yeah.
said, that's his backfield to lose.
Yeah.
And he's not going to give that up again. I was a big fan of him, when he played for the Buffalo Bills. And
Yeah. Oh,
it was
yeah, I
kinda-
did too. I was a fan.
Yeah, it was strange to see that move, but yeah. Well, good luck with everybody.
Yeah.
I hope y'all have great games
Have a
this
good
week.
Sunday.
And I hope your favorite team does win. And if we picked against them, sorry, not sorry. It's just gonna happen.
Just playing the odds, my friend. Yeah, may the odds be in your favor, or whatever. Good luck.
And we will see you next week.
Yep, next week.
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah. Like, comment, subscribe, or whatever. Bye.